Did you guys ever think that we'd be required to wear a mask just to walk outside of our house or go to a store? Yeah, me neither. So, I'm going to be talking about COVID-19 and how it has changed our country today, our society today. As of May 4th, 2020, there's 72,000 deaths in the US just from coronavirus. These numbers have changed our country with states being shut down, all non essential businesses closing, and even a law requiring masks to be worn in stores and out in public. So, I want to first go over how the coronavirus started, how it has changed our country, and how we're going to get past this basically. So, the problem is the coronavirus itself. It's a huge problem and it's changed our lives forever as we know it. With all ages of humans able to receive it and even some types of animals, it just keeps spreading and it's very contagious. There's now over 63,000 cases in Illinois alone with just over 2,600 deaths. That's a huge number to think about right there. It needs to be stopped. So, ScienceAlert.com said that a coronavirus infection usually plays out in one of two ways. As an infection in the lungs that includes some cases of what people would call a common cold, or you get it in your gut. It causes an infection there and it can cause diarrhea and stuff like that. So COVID-19 starts out in the lungs like the common cold coronaviruses, but then causes havoc with the immune system that can lead to long-term lung damage or even death. So SARS-CoV-2 is genetically similar to other human respiratory coronaviruses. However, the little genetic differences translate to significant differences in how readily a coronavirus infects people and how it makes them sick. So SARS and CoV-2 have all the same genetic equipment as the original one, which caused a global outbreak in 2003. So compared to other human coronaviruses like the MERS-CoV, which emerged in the Middle East in 2012, the new virus that we have today has customized versions of the same general equipment for invading cells and reproducing itself, just to make it spread that much faster. So, however, SARS-CoV-2 has a totally different set of genes called accessories, which give this new virus a little advantage in specific situations. For example, MERS has a particular protein that shuts down a cell's ability to sound the alarm about a viral intruder. SARS-CoV-2 has an unrelated gene with an as yet unknown function in the same position. So, how the virus infects people? Every coronavirus infection starts with a virus particle and inserts into a human cell. The genetic material instructs the cell to make around 30 different parts of the virus, allowing the virus to reproduce itself. So the infection begins when the long spike proteins that protrude from the virus latch onto the cell's ACE2 protein. From that point, the spike transforms, unfolding and refolding itself using its coiled-like spring parts, and it basically makes a different coil thing. The reconfigured spike hooks into the cell and crashes the virus particle and cell together. This forms a channel where the string of viral genetic material can sneak its way into the unsuspecting cell. That's how you get infected. So, how it makes people sick? SARS-CoV-2 grows in type 2 lung cells, which secrete a soap-like substance that helps air slip deep into the lungs and cells lining the throat. Most of the damage in COVID-19, the illness caused by a new coronavirus, is caused by the immune system carrying out a scorched earth defense to stop the virus from spreading. Millions of cells from the immune system invade the infected lung tissue and cause massive amounts of damage in the process of cleaning out the virus of any infected cells. So basically, they said it was caused by people in China eating bats, they said, but then there was also some rumors going around saying that it was made in a lab, but they have found out COVID-19 is caused by coronavirus SARS-CoV-2. Coronaviruses are a large family of viruses that are common in camels, cattle, bats, and cats. So the coronavirus pandemic circling the globe is caused by a natural virus, not one made in a lab, ScienceNews.org said. The virus's genetic makeup reveals that SARS-CoV-2 isn't a mismatch of known viruses as might be expected if it were human-made. It has unusual features, they said. An infectious disease researcher, Christian Anderson, at the Scripps Research Institute in LA, California, first heard about the coronavirus causing an outbreak in China. He wondered if that's where it came from initially. So, analysis from other researchers has since suggested the virus probably jumped only from an animal into a person and has been spread human to human since about mid-November. So, it's been going on for even longer than we know about. So, accidental releases of viruses, including SARS, have happened from other labs in the past. So, this is not something you can just dismiss out of hand. But basically, there's not been a vaccine for it yet, because it's like nothing we've ever seen before. There's common flu-like symptoms, but it's exactly the opposite. Too many people are violating the stay-at-home order as well. I have an example about my work that I think is a problem. So there were 6 people at my work that tested positive for coronavirus, and the management just doesn't decide to tell us at all. I had to be told, like, behind the back from this other worker there. So, like, how are, like, what if we just have no idea and we're not taking precautions at work and then we get it, and they don't want to say anything? So now we have to be extra careful at work just because some people got it there. So the only real way of stopping it would be a vaccine given to everyone. We can all help, though, by staying at home, wearing masks when we go out, and cleaning ourselves and clothes when we get in the house from being out. And we'd have to start by staying home, letting the cases die down a little bit. We can then start having small gatherings. We eventually have to wait for barbershops and other stuff like that to open up to the public with limits and safety precautions. After that, 50 or fewer people can gather, and masks and social distancing will be normal, basically. After that, the economy can fully open. So those are just a couple steps, basically. In conclusion, just one little mishap has changed our country and the world forever as we know it. I have talked about how COVID-19 is a problem, how it started, and how we can stop it. So basically, just stay safe out there, everyone. Thank you.